afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ballet Express, our weekly Saturday live classes. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Melbourne, and James and Olive.
Hi everybody. Yes, we are here as well. Today I am on the technical side.
So nothing should go wrong.
Hopefully, maybe more things will go wrong because I'm more finicky about the small
very
things.
pedantic with what he likes. So yeah. And Olive looking a bit scruffy. She was supposed to have a haircut before lockdown happened. So
that was 4 weeks ago.
yeah, she's very scruffy.
So her hair is a bit wild.
Yes.
But hopefully when restrictions ease a little, we can take her to have a nice little haircut, hey Poops?
Yes.
Because
Poops is her nickname.
We did try once to get her a haircut and that didn't work the best.
No, we can't do it. We tried.
It is what it is.
So she has to be a little princess and go to the doggy hairdresser.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
do you want to get into it?
we can get right into it.
Fantastic.
So let me take my warm-up shoes off. Okay, so today I decided that this week I have been really working on my basics, literally facing the bar, doing everything facing the bar, just working about my technique. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you guys what I've been working on, and you can work with me too. So literally everything is going to be facing the bar. We're not really going to be using our upper body much. We're going to be concentrating on our legs. If you at home don't have a bar like this and it might be difficult for you to face your chair or your table, you are more than welcome to face sideways to the bar. Just keep your arm in a nice second position. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so starting in 6th position, we are going to do a little demi-point walk overs. And I'm going to, because I'm doing it with you, I'm going to be starting with my right leg like we always would, so I might look the opposite to you. So just make sure you also start on the right leg. So we're going to go demi-point, lifting off this hip, and point really stretch over, make sure you're not sickling, nice straight line, demi-point and close, other side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keeping nice and tall, plie 1, rolling up as high as you can, 2, stretching 3, lower 4, reversing up 5 and 6, heel 7, and we turn out 8. And all we're going to do is literally tendu and flex and tendu and close to the side. Tendu and flex and tendu and close to the back and flex and tendu and close, side, heel down, using that adductor and lifting up, pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in, other side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, pull in, 7, 8. This is the only time we're going to do our little port de bras, to the side, lifting up, going back, and we are just going to hold our position and let go of the bar, feeling the correct muscles. So we don't want to be using our quadriceps to be holding our position. We want to be using our adductors and our hamstring and just under your butt here. You don't want to be using the top part of your glutes. Alright, so using that turnout, pushing that heel forward, you're going to get that nice long feeling with your adductor. Okay, James and everybody at home, let's get started. Nice and tall, heels together, knees stretched already. 1, 2, 3, close, other side. Keep that nice alignment. Now squeeze those knees and heels together. Reverse. And turn out. We go. And tendu. And flex. And tendu. And close. Nice long legs. Don't change your hip alignment. To the back. Keep this hip forward. And flex. And point. And close. And side. Lower. And now up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Other side. 1. And flex. Keep using the adductor on your standing leg. Side and flex. Point, pulling up to close to the back. Now left hip forward. And a Tundus, lower. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up as much as you can. Quarter right to the side, right arm. 1, 2, 3, other side. And come right back. Turn your head to the right, left shoulder back. Other side. And now using those adductors, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, hold, hold, shoulders open. 3, 2, 1, and now you can relax. Okay, so yes, James?
We have a lovely question
Yes.
from Kate. She's in the chat.
Hi, Kate.
So she says, hi, I'd like to ask why in first Jessica has a space in between her heels.
That is a very good question, and it's something that bothers me immensely about myself because of the shape of my legs. I have straight legs, but here by my shin bone, it hyperextends slightly, only in my shin. How aggravating. So I kind of have half the nice line, and because of that, I try as much as I can to squeeze my heel together, but it just will not. It will not get together. And yes, I could do a lot more strengthening. I'm actually in the process of doing that, working my adductor so that I have the strength to pull it in closer. So it's a strength thing and a shape of my leg thing. So very good question.
But also, if your heels are together and you have, say, a sway back shaped leg,
Yes.
then you will be working on bent legs.
Yes, so it just depends on the shape of your leg. Everyone is different. People with hyperextended legs, they tend to have that little gap. Of course, you want to aim to get your heels as close together as possible. But then if I did this, you could see my knees would be slightly bent. But if I stretch it, it has to have a little bit of a space. So like I said, I could do more. So hopefully my adductor exercises that I have been working on are going to help me. Hopefully that answered your question, Kate. Give us a thumbs up if it answered your question. Thank you for that lovely question. Okay, so now we are going to go on to our plies. Now this you might think, oh easy, facing the bar plies. But we are going to focus on our alignments. You want to imagine that your back, hopefully you can still see me over here, is against the wall. So when you're going down, you want to keep that position. You don't want to take your shoulders away from the wall. That's what we're going to do facing the bar. So we are going to do 4 counts for a demi-plie. So that's 1, 2, and 3, 4. 2 times. And then we're going to do 2 grand plies. That is it in every single position. That's all. You think it's going to be easy, but it's actually quite difficult because I need you to be thinking of your hamstring and your adductors. Pulling up your stomach, and you're going to turn out from your hamstring. 1 and 2, and you're going to pull up from your hamstring and your adductors. 3 and 4 for every position. That is what I want you to focus on during these plies while keeping a lengthened posture. Okay. Ready, James? Here we go. Nice music, slow music.
Would you like the plie to be a 4-4 or a 3-4?
Yes, 4-4, please.
Okay.
Really activate those adductors already. Here we go. 1, 2, come up 3, 4, again, and 5, 6, come up 7, 8, grand plie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, 5, 6, 7, second position, all the same, pulling up more, 1, 2, use all the music, so don't sit in the plie, only get there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and grand plie, 1, 2, 3, I'm ready. already shaking. 5, 6, 7, fourth position. Now really cross it as much as you can. 1, hip square. 2, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grand plie. 1.
Keep going, everyone.
2.
You know how difficult it
This
is.
is the worst one. Fourth position. One more. You can do it. Weight on 2 feet. Fifth position. Pulling up. And here we go. Pull up even more as you go down in your grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. And here we go. Pull up using those legs. One arm off. Other arm off. Hold, 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 hold. And relax. Okay, that was one side. Let's go all to the other side. Here we go. We don't want to waste too much time. We want to get the stamina. Nice strength.
Here we go.
Pull up your stomach muscle, especially here. That's something I like to forget a lot. Really pull up this part of your stomach. And 1, 2. Adductors. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Second. 1, 2. Pulling up. 3, 4. Olive likes to steal the show.
Come on, let's stop stealing the limelight. Oh, that'd be so cute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crossing 2 hips. You want to think your left hip is back. Oh, James is telling me to cross more. 6. The benefit of being married to a ballet dancer, you can help each other. 1, 2, 3. Heels. 4 and 5, 6, and heels down as soon as you can. Fifth position. Last time. Pulling up. Really use your adductors now in fifth position. Don't just relax to come up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm already shaking. And lift up even more. One hand off the bar, other hand off the bar. Use those muscles to hold your fifth position. And relax. Whew. My legs are done. Don't know about you. This is kind of what you do in level 1 in the Vaganova method. And when we actually did our teacher training course, we had to actually do a class, do the classes. So the pedagogue would give us whichever level we were studying that day, and he would actually give us a class. And level 1 was the hardest, to be quite honest. Level 1 is the hardest level, and it's given to the youngest.
Yes. Anyway, let's move on. So now we're going to go to our Tundus in first position. And all we're going to do is 8 Tundus in each direction. And it's just going to be on 1 and 2, 3 and 4. That is the timing. That's all we're going to do. And the same thing, you want to not move your hips, and you want to push from your heel, keeping that same position as much as you can. Depending on your turnout, some people's turnout is very different. So just keep that heel forward as much as you can, and heel in that alignment. You don't want to change it whatsoever. So if my heel is here, when I'm out, my heel should be in the same place. And to the side, this can be quite, I've been thinking about this a lot. We should try go directly to the side. But depending on everyone's hip structure,
Sometimes you might have to be a little bit more in front slightly. The reason why is if you don't have a good range of turnout and you're trying to force it this way, look where my hips are going to be facing. So you want to make sure your hips are facing your front, and that is where you do your tendu. And to the back, you want to keep that hip forward. The one that's going out, you don't want to open it too much. Yes, it has to open slightly, but you want to keep that hip forward while rotating that leg. Probably the hardest position to do.
And just make sure everyone's also on that supporting leg, really holding those muscles, because you don't want your knee to start turning in at all, twisting.
So that's another thing. Thank you for reminding me, James. That supporting leg, you actually want to concentrate more on that standing leg, rotating from the adductor, from your hamstring, and pulling up, so that this is nice and strong when you come to the center. I just need a sip of water. All right, using our feet nicely. Here we go. First position.
Would you like a 2-4 or 3-4 tendu?
2-4, please. And maintaining your shoulders back. Don't forget about them at all. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, and 8. To the side, long legs, and 1. Use your demi points. 3, pulling up. 4, 5, shoulders open. 6, 7, 8. To the back. Now that right hip, try keep it forward. Use your feet. Pull up your stomach. Keep that rotation on that supporting leg. Really use those muscles. Last time, to the side, you can do it. 1, 2, pulling up more now that you're getting tired. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and pull in. And find that position so that you can hold it. Whew. Let us know if your leg is dying, because mine certainly is. Let's go to the other side. And 1, 2. Really use those feet. To the side. Now remember your hip placement. Don't change your hips at all. Use your turnout. Long legs. You want your toe to touch the wall. That's how long you are working. To the back. Now maintain that turnout and hip placement. Quite tricky. Pull up your stomachs, shoulders open. Last time, you can do it. Keep on that supporting leg, long leg. Lift up off that supporting hip. As you can. Hold. Alright, chose the wrong day to wear a long sleeve leotard. Just getting my little...
It is getting a little hotter here
Yes.
in Melbourne, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay, now that we have done that, so James, we need to change the album. So I saved a really nice playlist, and then when I went to go and get the playlist, it had vanished for some reason, so obviously I didn't do it properly. So now we are going to go to 5th position, and what we are going to do is go out 2 counts, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to do 6 on 1 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the basic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sorry, that's 4, 7, 8. And then we repeat the whole thing except to the side. You want to close back in the front the first time. And then the back, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. To the back, to the back, to the back, to the back, and then to the side, to the side, to the side, finish. Okay, so now, like we did with our first position, keeping our heel in that alignment, you want to do that as much as possible with your 5th position, keeping that heel forward. Now, something I find quite tricky, I know 5th position, being a professional dancer for 10 years and I still find it tricky, is when I close my right leg back in, it wants to bend and stretch. Now for me, my excuse is I have one leg slightly longer than the other leg. So it's really, really hard when, because my right leg's the longer one, to pull in. It really is quite difficult, but that's what I've got to do, because you have to have stretched legs when you're closing into a tundus. Unless you're closing on a plie, that's different. But stretch legs as much as you can. Alright? Enough talking, here we go. And a 1, 2, in, 3, pull up, 2, 2, pulling up. Now 1 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To the side, close right, long leg. 1, 2, in, pull up, and 1, 2, pull up, a 1, and in, 2, and in, 3, and in, 4, and to the back. Keep the turnout. Pull up on the supporting leg. Pull up, supporting leg. 1, and in, 2, and in, 3, in, 4, to the side, close back, push. 1, 2, and close back. 2, 2, pulling up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish. Okay, so that is quite tricky. If you have one leg longer than the other, it's quite hell to do that. Alright, let's go to the other side. Hopefully you are sweating just as much as I am. Even my hands are sweating, and holding the bar is a problem. Alright, other side. And a 1, 2, pull up as you come in. 2. Now 1 count. 1, 2. To the side, close still alive? I don't know if I am. James, could you please play the next Tundus for me?
Sure, the next Tundus.
Yes, please. I want to check if it'll work. Yes, alright. So now we are going to go half the time. We're going to go out on and. So it'll be and 1 and 2. So we're going to do 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8. To the side. Close back, front, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And every time when you plie, you are keeping that hip placement. You are not sticking your bum out. That is what you want to feel. 2 heels on the floor. As you do that plie, you want to come in, 2 heels down, and then come up. That's all we're going to do. To the back, 7, plie. To the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go 7, and just finish. We're going to do 2 jetés, so let's save our energy. All right, James. Long legs. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 2 heels. And 1, 5, 2 heels. And 1, pull up. 2 heels, last time. 2 heels and stretch. Okay, let's go to the other side. And 1, toes back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 heels. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 heels. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 heels. Last time. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Still using your feet. And hold. Okay, very good. Could you just play the jeté for me, James? I just want to check that this timing works. Yes, this is the correct one. Okay, now all we're going to do, 8 jetés in each position, holding 1 second. So the timing is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Now when you're going out, you want to hold that leg out using the adductor and hamstring and not your quad. Alright, you want to hold from underneath your leg, whichever position it is that you're going in. And same thing, pulling up off that supporting hip. You don't want to sit, or you don't want to out and in, out and in. You want to try keep up off that leg. That's something I struggle with a lot. I like to sit in my legs. So really lift up. Yes,
I remember
James?
that one time where we had this amazing Cuban teacher, and then she was like, "This is not the cha-cha."
Yeah, in and in and in, yes. So it is quite tricky, especially when things get a little bit faster. Then that's why I want to work slowly now, because I found something I tend to do is, since my knee injury, I try rush and get back into things, but then I haven't taken the time to go through my basics, so I don't have the strength, and then my hips are doing funny things. So when I'm getting to the more advanced things, there's a big gap in my technique. So that's why I'm using this lockdown time to go back to basics, make sure my body knows what it's doing slowly, so that when I can do things in the studio, my body knows how to do the basics. So this is why I wanted to share this with all of you. Thank you. Now I've had a nice rest. Let's go with our jetés, really sharp. 7, 8. 1, in, 2, in, 3,
tummies. Yes, James?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that doing ballet basics is one of the hardest things to do.
And it's very important to actually go back to your basics because we do forget. I mean, there's so many things, the vocabulary for ballet is huge. So there's so many things to work on. And that's why I think it's very important every now and then go back to your basics so you don't get injured.
And a really good strategy is every day just try to focus on one thing to work on. So whether one day it's pulling up and the next day it's really pointing your feet and the next day it's really focusing on your holding, your supporting leg. Well, those things you should be doing all the time.
But you just put more attention.
You put more attention into it.
Yeah, I've been working on my fifth position and using the correct muscles while stretching my knees. That's what my focus this week has been. So I focused the whole week on this. So hopefully I'll be able to stretch my knees in fifth position by the end of this week.
Which is tomorrow.
Here we go, other side. The corrections that I can feel I'm not doing. To the side, close back. Alright, James, could you play the next one? Because the next one is kind of like a little coup de pied exercise.
The next jeté?
Yes, please.
No worries. Is it this one? Or the one after?
It's this one here. So all we're going to do 2 times through is you're going to do a little petit développé. So you're going to go through that coup de pied and out, close, and then just pick it up and come down. That's all. So 1 and 2 and 3 through your foot to the side, close front, no, close back, lift up and down to the back and in and up and down to the side and in and up and down. We do that 2 times through without stopping. Now the trick with this is you want to go through your feet, number 1. Number 2 is you want to really keep that heel forward. So if I'm showing you from the side, we don't want this to happen, especially to the back. We tend to do this just because it's quite difficult from the back. So you want to try, keep that as much as you can. I'll actually show you on my left leg because my left leg likes to do that. So you can see how my left leg wants to do this. So a little thing that I think of is I think of slightly winging it so that it will keep that turned out position. Alright, so that's what you want to try to think of. And James says really flick through the floor. Use those toes to get that coup de pied.
That foot activation, I think, is one of the most important things as a dancer, and it's something that you take with you from the bar all the way through to
your jumps, center, to your point work. Very important. Yeah. Okay, thank you, James.
No worries.
Still pulling up. And 1.
1. Heel forward. 1. Heel forward. One more time and out. Up, down, out. One more time to the back. Really feel that crook here for 1 second before you go out. Let's go to the other side. This is my nemesis side, so really if I don't talk a lot it's because I'm really focusing on that turnout and flicking my feet and lifting off my leg. Alright, here we go.
How is everyone doing? How are you feeling?
Yes, is there any questions you have? Maybe you're feeling something or you can't feel something. Let us know in the chat. And we had an idea we want to run by you, is we thought of doing a group Zoom class of about a maximum between 8 to 10 people, so that we could give a class and then we could actually see you and give you some individual corrections, because we know that private lessons can be a little bit pricey. So we could do a group class, each person paying between $3 to $5 each, and then we can give you some personal attention to help you. So let us know if that is something you would be interested in, and then we can work on that and advertise a date and a time. So yes, let's go to our Ronda Jones now. Okay, so Ronda Jones, we usually would do 1 count for a Ronda Jones. We are going to do 2 this time. We're going to go to the front 1, to the back 2. That's what we're going to do. 8 times en dehors, 8 times en dedans, and then we are going to do it on a demi-plie. But let me just explain a few things first. So, the same thing like I always say, heel alignment, turning out. Now, when you go on your Ronda Jones, you want to think about this leg as you rond, so it's not moving. This leg is like your support, and you are drawing a half a circle in the sand, because we all want to be on the beach now, or in the snow, depending if you like summer or winter. You want to draw your toe making half a circle. This is what my teacher Fiona used to tell me. And then if you take your other leg, it will actually complete the circle and it will look like one nice big circle. So that's what you want to think. Hips forward, long leg, reaching as far as you can without pulling off this leg. Lifting, lifting, lifting. That's all, not all, but that's mostly what you want to think about.
I love that circle. That's
the circle.
Really cool. I've never heard that before.
Yes, yeah. So exactly. So imagine you're in the sand. You draw a circle. Other foot. You draw a circle. And mine probably wouldn't work because I have one leg longer than the other. But it should make a big full circle.
That's amazing.
Alright, so thank you Fiona for that. James learned something new today.
It's a really nice way of imagery.
Yes.
On the floor as well.
I always like teaching with your imagination, because sometimes if someone explains something, it doesn't really click in your head sometimes. But if you have an imagery like James says, you can actually visualize it and then it makes sense. So after we do our 8 en dehors, 8 en dedans, we're going to go demi-plie. And we're going to do 4 counts going to the back, not moving your hip. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Turn up. Now the heel comes forward first. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6. Close 7, 8. Finish. And then we'll go to the other side. Okay, here we go. Sorry, we get carried away with talking.
Hopefully you've got enough rest now though.
We're just going to hold, no preparation. Now pull up off the supporting leg. 1 and 2. Push 3. Use your foot still when you're pushing through first. 3 Shoulders back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close to the back. 1. Now heel forward. 2, 3, 4. Try not move your hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3. Keep turning out on this leg. Now heel forward. You can see I'm shaking. One more time. Long leg. And pull up your stomach. Heel forward. And close. Okay. Hopefully you're feeling those adductors today. Don't even know why I wear makeup, it just melts off anyway. Okay, let's go.
I personally think this is one of the most beautiful pieces of music of all time.
Is this your favorite, James? Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Didn't know that. Learn something new about your partner every day. 1, 2, push. Where's this music from, James?
I don't know, but the first time I saw it was when...
Pulling up. Keep going, James. He's thinking. And to the back. Now heel forward. 1, heel forward. Google's coming out. Lift up with your supporting leg. And pull up your stomach, shoulders back. Don't forget about your upper body. Here we go. And 1. Long leg. Keep that turn out as much as you can to the back. Heel forward. Long leg, long, 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 long. Turn out long. And stretch and pull in at the same time. Alright, okay. Whew. Feeling it right now. So James, do you have the answer to my question?
I could not actually find the music.
James doesn't have the answer. Usually James has an answer for everything. So this is actually quite...
I am wrong sometimes.
What did you just say? Wow. I don't hear that very often. Okay.
So, the first time I saw this, this was actually when I was a lot younger.
Yes.
And it was a whole video about a certain dancer that judged a competition that we were in Hungary.
Vladimir Malika.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
And he performed a little piece with a suitcase.
Ah.
I'm sure you know it.
Yes, I remember seeing that. Yes.
That is the music.
Okay.
And yes, I don't know the name of the music.
But he just likes it. We
But
all
I
have
really
these
love
connections with pieces of music that we just love. Alright, on to fondues. We're just going to do it on a flat foot because we are going to be thinking about our rotation and the exact methodology of a fondue, which is 2 legs bend and keeping your turnout, 2 legs stretch. And we're going to do this really, really slow. So we're going to go 2 counts in, 1, 2, and 3, 4, using that adductor and hamstring to pull up as you stretch. 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. Seems easy enough, but if you're not shaking by the end, then maybe you weren't doing it properly.
And that's okay, because it might take a while for you to actually start activating these muscles. I know that's something that I struggle with, and you can become very impatient because you just want to activate it and you can't feel it. Anyways, here we go. That fondue should be fine, the music that's there, James, the first one. And 1, 2. Now keep that to down. 3. 2 legs stretch together. Now pull up even more. 1, 2. And stretch together. 45. 1, 2. Keep those hips in the correct alignment. And now heel touches at the back. Long legs. Pull up, pull up, pull up on that supporting leg to the back. 1, 2. Now rotate. Lift up. And out. And in. Last one. Okay, let's go to the other side, but before we do that, yes, James has a correction for me. Yes, James?
Make sure that your legs are going together.
Oh, so I'm not actually doing the correct methodology of it.
You're saying it,
but I'm not doing it. It's hard when you don't have a mirror. Yes, you can feel it, but sometimes having that mirror just gives you that extra eye that you need. Okay, he's showing me what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Maybe come show them what I'm doing, James, so that you can, people can actually see.
Sorry, I took my big shoes off. But basically, the action you need to make sure that when your legs go, or from 5th position over here, as you go down into your coup de pied, your legs bend at the same time, and then they stretch at exactly the same time to go out.
So what was I doing?
So you were doing slightly taking it forward, and then once you reached almost like a 45-degree angle, you were then reaching out.
Well, that makes sense because you wouldn't dance like this.
No.
So.
And also, if you're doing that to go up, if you did a big Ronda leg row, you then would do the action and then jump. It wouldn't make sense.
Okay.
So you'd have to go at the same time to do whether it's a glissade, jeté, grand battement.
See, this is why it's very nice and handy to have your husband also being a ballet dancer. He can spot things that you don't even realize you're doing wrong. Okay, so hopefully you also learned something from that. That's why I wanted you to show them, so you can actually also learn something extra. Here we go. And Olive is walking all over the tablet there. Okay, we're going to move on to our frappes, and all we're going to do is 3 and hold on 4. So and 1 and 2 and 3, hold 4, to the side, to the side, to the side, to the back, to the back, to the back, to the side, to the side, to the side. Then we're going to do a double frappe, and 1, hold 2, and 3, hold 4, and 5, hold 6, and 7, hold 8. And I think hopefully the music's right. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm going to change the coup de pied. And 5 and 6 and 7 and coup de pied 8. And finish. Alright, James, could you just play the music? I just want to check it's the right one.
Frappe.
Frappe, yes. So the timing would be like this, and 1, and 2, and 3. Hold, hold, hold. Okay. Alright, so we really want to have that striking action, because that's what frappe means, to strike. And like we always say in our classes, we do the wrapping position. So we don't do the flex brush, we do this position. So the reason why is so that when you go out, you can maintain that turned out position, so we're not doing this way. Alright, here we go. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Double. And a 1, hold 2. And a 2. And a 3. And 4. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. And open. And finish. Alright. Let's go to the other side. 6, 7, wrapping. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Double. Here we go. And a 1, hold 2. And a 2. And a 3. And 4. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Open. And finish. Okay, lovely. Let's go to our Ronda Jamali. This is a little bit of torture. Alright, we're going to do 45 degrees, not 90. And we're going to do 8 Ronda Jams en dehors. The music will have to stop. We'll close and then re-prepare and do en dedans. So remember, Ronda Jam en l'air. When we're going en dehors, you come straight in, touch your calf, just so you can see that little line in my calf. Little half a circle to the front. Straight in and around. Make sure you don't do this because then it's going to turn in. And then en dedans is the opposite way. To the front, straight in, straight out. A little bit forward and straight out. Okay, so that's what I want you to feel. No movement in your hips and really, really slow. So we're going to go 2 counts. So 1 and 2. 2 and 2. That is it. Using your hamstring and of course your
adductors.
Here we go. First Ronda Jamali.
Fasting everyone, you can do it. Here we go.
Straight in and up. Supporting leg, pulling up. Halfway. Straight in, supporting side. Burning. Pull up, pull up. The more tired you get, the more you should pull up. All right. Whew. Let's go to the other side. In and forward. leg straight in and forward, straight in, little forward, lifting taller the more you get tired, adductor,
up a sweat there.
Yep. Heel rotates a little forward, straight out, little forward, straight out.
Really make sure your hips are even and not moving and shaking all over the
place. Close. Okay, we might go a little bit over time. Okay, now we're going to work on our retire position. This is very important because we use our retire for what? Pirouettes. So if you are just doing retire and not using your correct muscles, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to actually do pirouettes correctly. So there's many different ways to do a retire. Some methods like to do really high retire. We don't do that. The reason why I don't do that is because it's going to put my hips out of place. So I'm not saying it's wrong, it just doesn't work for me. And in our method that we were trained to teach in, they don't do that. So our retire to the front is just underneath your knee like this. And to the back is just behind your knee. So we don't want our heel to touch, we want our toe to touch behind the knee. So those are the two retire positions, and all we are going to do is up to retire 1 and 2, hold 3, hold 4, hold 5, hold 6, close 7, 8. Alright, so that's all you're going to do, keeping rotating this supporting leg. And when you do that retire, you want to use your hamstring. This might be a bit tricky to find today, but really try. Use your hamstring to pick your leg up, and your knee is going to touch that side of the wall, and underneath your bum is lifting up so that it's really easy for you to hold. That's what we're going to do.
There's a funny trick you can actually do to find that hamstring placement.
What?
So Jessica, I'm going to give you a little exercise. Take your retire, take it really high to the side, as in take your knee, make it go up without using your hand. And now try to pull your foot in towards your crotch, pull it in like as much as you can. Really put it in, using your hamstring to put it in. Is it shaking? Okay, now you can feel that muscle.
Yes.
So use that feeling as you go into your retire. So that's how you're holding your...
Alright. Feel a little bit embarrassed now, but anyway.
Okay, so
you
can feel it.
Yes.
Are we using Ronda Jamali too?
No, développé.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, just to save a bit of time, this week I did 4 times to the front and 4 times to the back, but we'll just do 2 to the front and then 2 to the back, and then the music will stop and we'll switch legs, okay? But usually we'll do 4 times. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, hold 4, 5, 6, and come down, 7, 8, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, closing, 7,
Olive again. Even though she's not in the camera, she still likes to steal the limelight. Just to let us know she's there. Let's go other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming down, 7, 8, and 1. Really pull with that hamstring. And to the back last time. One more. 1. Pulling up with that hamstring. Woo. Okay, so there's some bad news. We're going to do a really horrible adage. Okay, so I'm going to angle this, so hopefully I can look a bit nicer. The angle can be good. Alright, so what we're going to do is 1 relevé long and 1 développé. Yesterday I did 2 relevé long in each direction and 2 développé. And after that I was done and I couldn't walk. So I don't want to kill you like that today. So we are just going to do half of it. So what you want to do, this obviously you have to face sideways to the bar, because otherwise you're going to kick the bar. So relevé long, you have to use your arm and leg together. You're going to go 1, lifting 2 as high as you can. I'm going to save my energy. Hold 3, hold 4, hold 5, hold 6, little lift, 7 and 8. And then développé, same direction of 1 and 2 as high as you can. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, close 7, 8. To the side, your relevé long needs to close back to the front, so you can do your développé. To the back, lift, to the side, and up. Alright, I know because I'm really stiff, my legs are going to be really low. So this is actually not about how high you're going to lift your legs anyway. It's about the correct placements of your hips. Because once you have the correct placement, then your legs will eventually just go higher and higher and higher once you have the strength. This is a very good strength exercise. So have to choose the adagio music. So it might be the, so after, yes.
Grande adagio.
This is my favorite. 2 as high as you can. Holding 5, lift 6, allonge, and now développé. 1, 2, out, 3, 4. And I'm looking out into the stars so that I can try and give me some extra hope. To the side, this is the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Développé. 1. Using that hamstring. To the back.
exercise.
Okay, hopefully that is enough rest.
Alright, so let's do that all to the other side. Keep that hip placement. And shoulders open. It's not bad enough. Shoulder down. And a little bit long. Développé. Last time, we can do it. Don't worry if your legs dropping.
Come on, you can do it. Last one, everybody. See if you can take this one even higher.
We are going to do our grand battements, 4 in each direction. And you're just going to do, and is the up, a 1 is the Tundus. And a 1, close 2. And a 3, close 4. That's it. I lost where the camera was for a second. I feel so tired.
How many grand battements?
4.
4 grand battements.
So just make sure when you go to the side, you want to close back to the front, and we don't want this to happen. Alright, this tends to happen because we want to get our leg high. Don't worry, I think we all do it. I think every ballet dancer in the world does this. So you really want to try using this muscle, if this hand is holding the bar, pull down here, and you lift your leg as high as you can without moving this. And then eventually, when you have the strength and it's correct and your body remembers it, then you'll get higher and higher and higher.
And just a really big tip if you don't mind.
Of course.
Okay, one really big tip. If you look at the roof, it's not going to help you.
This is a pet peeve that we have, is when you see something like this. Okay, that's...
If you look at the roof, it's not going to make your leg go higher.
It's not going to make your leg higher. All it's going to do is give you a horrible
Exactly,
arm.
it's going to hurt your neck. It's actually going to take your head into the wrong alignment.
It is nice.
And then possibly you could even use the bar more if you do that and then fall over or possibly
so that's
injure
why
yourself.
I think with grand battements, think of your strength coming from your back.
And
obviously
your
your
center,
core,
yeah.
But think of your back so that when you come to the center and you don't have the bar, it's going to be really easy for you to transfer your weight because you're not gripping the bar.
And also really make sure that your head position is that nice traditional head position where if you're doing it devant, you're looking to the side. If you're going second, you're looking directly in front of you, and if you're going derrière, you're looking to the side again with that nice shining jewel coming out from inside.
Or your nice sweat patch.
Sweat patch works too.
Alright, let's do this. Pushing the floor and pulling the floor.
Off we go. Ready?
And a 1, 2. To the side, close front. give a little bit of an extra feisty flair.
This time, do the extreme flare, Jess.
Okay.
Do the extreme flare with the upper back as well. So just to demonstrate.
Wait, I can't do that.
Of course you can.
Alright, let's go to the other side.
Extreme flare time. Let's all just give a lovely smile and maybe a little chuckle while we edit this off.
That was for James. Okay, everybody, we can't end with our calf rises. Sorry, you can't go yet. So we are just going to do 16 on each leg. Let's start with our right leg.
Here we go.
Here we go. What music is this?
Funding.
Okay.
And 1, 2,
Nice and slow.
3. It's just because we have not been working on demi-point most of the class. I just thought we would try and activate. Hey Jess?
Like how you say we.
We.
And
I'm going to be doing it later, don't worry.
halfway there. Keep pulling off the supporting hip.
Where does this music come from, Jessica?
I don't know.
Who's he do?
I'm just thinking about my pain.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna throw Olive's toy.
Might stop, yes. I have to go the other way. We did one leg, good job.
Here's Olive. There we go. How cute is she? Make sure you keep your nice alignment as you're doing these calf rises. It's very important.
So I was joking, this music is from Giselle. Of course I know that. Maybe you were thinking I really didn't know. Keep pulling off that supporting hip. Okay, you can give yourselves a round of applause for getting through that. I'll give myself a pat on the back. I must say, to be honest, this was quite hard for me to do this in front of you because class is a very personal thing for everybody and it's can be quite scary knowing people are watching you during your very personal time. But I hope it helped you guys. I hope that you learned some things and that this was very useful to you. I need something to hold on to.
Well, Olive, come here.
So don't forget, we have Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please go give us a follow on Ballet Express. And also, if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the bell button. If you have already subscribed, don't hit it again because then you will be unsubscribing to us. So make sure you hit it only once. And one last thing, our Patreon page. which has all our previous classes that we've done. So if you are anywhere in the world that doesn't have a lot of access to ballet classes, you can pay $5 a month, that's all it is, and you get unlimited access to all our classes whenever you want, wherever you want, as long as you have an internet connection.
Exactly.
So please support us, because our goal is to eventually open up a studio, and we would like to train dancers here in Australia and also around the world. We would like to train people virtually.
We'd like to coach anyone who's out there.
That's all we want to do. We just want to help you and others live their dream like we got to live ours, because we all love to do what we love to do.
Exactly. Doing ballet is a very rewarding experience, both as a professional and as a person that is not doing it professionally. Just because now during lockdown, difficult to go outside, yet you can work up a sweat just doing a super basic bar.
Yes.
Now imagine working like this with a more complicated bar.
Yes.
Woo! You need to work the right muscles.
Exactly. So we hope this was useful. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And Olive wants to send you some love. And thank you again. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for our next Ballet Express video. We are busy editing that now. It should be out next week sometime. Very interesting video, I must say. Bye everybody.